Hey Brit+Con fam, welcome back to my channel. So recently I have been getting a lot of awesome requests for videos, and so I'll be doing that throughout the summer. But one topic that stands out that I've been getting emails about and requests about is the topic of loneliness. And loneliness is such a huge struggle, especially for women whose husbands are deployed or maybe they're separated. And so that's something that I'm currently struggling with. And so I just wanted to help you guys and also kind of remind myself of things that we can do together to help our loneliness. And so, yeah, that's what I'm going to be talking about today, and I hope these tips help. So there are about 6 different things that you can do to help your loneliness. And there's probably a lot more than these 6 things, but these 6 things I thought were the most important things that you should do if you are facing loneliness or you're about to face loneliness. And I feel like every single person who is watching this video, whether you're in the military or not, you're going to struggle with loneliness at some point in your lifetime. So I think these are really good and will help kind of with that. So the very first one, and I think the most important one, is get yourself a pet, specifically a dog, because dogs are the best animals in the entire world. And I say that because they are so helpful, you guys. Like, just petting my dog is so relieving to me, and like it just like lets out all of these like beautiful feelings when I just pet my dog. When I'm sitting down, he comes over to me and I pet him, and it's just like, ah, I love you, sweet dog. And Samuel, pet. He heard his name. He's staring at me now. So they make you feel so happy. Like, they're just like the cutest things in the world, and you just like hug them. And I talk to my dog all the time. Like, sometimes I'm like, Samuel, do you think I'm beautiful? And I just stare at him and I'm like, oh, that's so sweet. Oh my gosh, I can't believe you just said that. Oh yeah. Like, I have conversations with him, you guys, and he's not talking to me. So it's like, maybe 1, I'm going crazy, but 2, it's so helpful. So get yourself a pet and talk to that pet as much as you want. No one's gonna think you're crazy, and I think that's the most important thing. If you can't get a pet, then let's go on to my next topic. So the second thing that I recommend during loneliness is to do something. Anything. Like, go outside, walk. If you have a dog, you have to walk them outside, so like they have to go potty, so do that. Like, do anything. Like, if you have a balcony, I like to sit on my balcony and read. That's something that I've been loving to do recently. But it's so, so important to do something. And the mindset that I used to have was, why am I going to do something when I'll come home and I'll be lonely again? Like, I might as well just stay home because I'm going to be lonely anyways. And that mindset was so bad, you guys, because I was basically just wasting my entire day. And so if you go out and do something, and you go and like you go grocery shopping, or you go like just do something, it'll waste like most of your day, and then the nighttime you're gonna be lonely, yes, but at least you weren't lonely the entire day. Like, that really sucks. Whenever I acknowledge the days that I actually did something compared to the days I stayed home, it's like the days that I went out and did something were so much better than the days that obviously I stayed home. So just because you're going to be lonely at night doesn't mean that you should just stay home and have the mindset of, oh, I'm going to be lonely anyways, who cares, blah, blah, blah. Maybe that's just me. But anyways, so go out and do something, because I promise you it will be rewarding in the end. And number 3, I would recommend to call someone. Whether you're having a bad day or you're having a great day, call someone. Because in this like era, we're all about texting, we're all about posting, just these like quick, not really deep, intimate conversations. And whenever you talk to someone on the phone and you ask them how they're doing, how their day was, and they ask you how your day was and how are you doing, you're able to get all of those thoughts that are in your head out. And something that happens when you're lonely is that you feel like you're in this captivity. Like, you can't get your thoughts out. You get anxious because you haven't got your thoughts out. You have no one to talk to. And so just simply calling someone and saying, this is how I'm doing. I need to get this off my chest. I need to tell you something that happened, whether it's big or small. And just getting those things out really helps you connect with that person, and kind of, I don't know, like, in a simple way, makes your heart happy. I know for me it makes my heart happy, just like having a 30-minute conversation with my mom or my friend. It just like kind of fills me up for the day. And so maybe try that if you have felt lonely. So number 4 is exercise. Now, let me tell you guys that I have been on a roll with exercising. Look at these muscles. Huh, huh. All right, they're not super big yet, so yeah, we're gonna ignore that part. But I have been exercising, and it has been super, super beneficial. Like, you guys remember this, like, little exercise. You need to exercise those fingers and that body, because as we all know, when you exercise, it makes you happy, it makes you have energy, and that's why I have so much energy right now, because I've been exercising. And it just, like, it's really, really super helpful. And so doing exercise every day or every other day is really going to help you be happier and have energy to go outside and go do something. And I know there are going to be those days, I have those days where I'm just so lazy. I don't want to get up. I've said I'm going to get up 5 times and I haven't. But something that works for me, which may work for you, I don't know if I'm crazy or not, but if I'm being lazy, I'll like count to 5 and then I'll pop out of bed, I'll punch the air and say, let's do this, and I'll go work out. So it's like you just have to have that burst of energy to get yourself to do things. And so yeah, I don't know if I'm crazy, but exercise has really been helping me, and so I encourage you guys to try that. So number 5 is join the FRG. And the FRG stands for Family Readiness Group. So basically they are for anyone who is a family member of someone who's in the military. And the FRG organizes a whole bunch of events on deployment, and then also just kind of like scattered events whenever deployment is not happening. But whenever it is deployment time, they have tons and tons of events to keep you from being lonely. They have meetings that you can go to meet other spouses that are on the ship or the like group that they're in on deployment, you know, whatever it is. But you can meet all of those wives and husbands and like family members and stuff. And then they have like cookouts. They have like fundraisers, they have social events, they have like all these events. And it's kind of cool because you get to mingle with other spouses and it's things that you can go out and do. Another thing that wasn't on my list is on every base there is a magazine or a newspaper or you know, so like an events list of all the events that base is going to be doing. And so I encourage you to find that list, or there might be a website that you can go to, and they put on like all these events. Like I saw that there was going to be like a paddle boarding soon, there was going to be a camping trip soon, there's going to be a trip to Canada soon with the base. And so I'm like, sign me up, I want to go to Canada. So there's like a whole bunch of things that you can do if you kind of just look at what the FRG offers and also what the base offers. So really get involved in those. Number 6 is be honest with your feelings. And as women, that should come easy to us. But I know for me, that doesn't come easy. A lot of times when people ask me, how are you doing? I'm very surface level with my answer. I'm like, oh, I'm doing fine. When really I cried that day. Or, you know, like I'm just not very intimate in my conversations with them. And so when people ask you how you're doing, if you are close with that person, be honest with them and be vulnerable with them, because you're never going to be able to get your feelings out until you're vulnerable with them. And I know the first like 2 weeks he was gone, I was telling everyone like, I'm fine. And then there was one day whenever I was at my young adults group and they asked me how I was doing, and I just like started crying, you guys. I just was like crying, and I had not dealt with my feelings. I just kind of stuffed them in. And so when they asked me why I was crying, I like had no idea. And obviously it was because I missed my husband, but it was like I couldn't really target what I was feeling because I had stuffed them in so much. And so I encourage you to like target what your feelings are and tell someone about them, and really think about, why are you feeling this way? You know, like what can they do to help you? Do they need to like call you more? Do they need to text you more? Check up on you more? Like really ask people to be in your life and say, will you text me this day? Will you get me out of the house this day? Like I need to be out of the house more. I need to do this. I need to do that. But being honest with your feelings to other people is super important so that they can help you not feel lonely or anything like that. And I say that again, that it's important because those people who are not in the military, who you're close with, they have no idea how you're feeling. Like they've probably been away from their significant other like a week or 2 weeks, and so they don't understand the concept of military loneliness. And so you really have to describe it to them and say, this is what I need from you, this is what I need, this is what I need, and all of those things. And just the other day, like as an example, I was staring at a puzzle. I was staring at it because me and my husband were doing a puzzle. We didn't finish it. Now it's up to me to do the puzzle. And I was staring at it because I was like, I'm gonna have to do this by myself. And I just like wanted to cry. And in that moment that I was going to cry, a friend called me and she said, hey, I'm by myself, you want to come hang out? And she knew that I needed to hang out more because she had seen me cry at the young adults group. And so I had told her, if you ever want to hang out, like let me know, because if you ever want to hang out, I want to hang out. And so she called me, and so it was great because in that moment of loneliness, I was no longer lonely. And so yeah, just being vulnerable is really, really good. But again, like I said, you're going to feel lonely, but these things will help you out a lot, and then I'm sure other things will help you a lot too. So if you guys have any comments of how things have helped you, definitely write them in the comments. As always, you can email me. Also, I started a Facebook page for me and Connor's new t-shirt designs. So I'll link the Facebook page down below so that you guys can like the page. Also be sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel, and I will see you guys in my next video.